Welcome kids to our channel Physics Wala Peer Khan. SLC examination 2020-21. Due to pandemic, you will have your exams in July 3rd week. So the pattern also you have already know that MCQs will be there, right? So we have some MCQs related to your first lesson of physics called electricity. Okay, we'll start with first question. I hope you can see the first question. You can read that how much work is done in moving 5 coulomb across 2 points having potential difference 5 volt. We have learnt already potential difference V is equal to we learnt potential difference V is equal to W by Q. Okay, W means work done. So how much work done we wanted to find. So W will keep here only. V, this Q division will become multiplication. We have potential difference they given 5 and this charge also they have given 5. So 5 5s are 25. So we'll get 25 what joules. SI unit of work done is joules. So our option what option D will be the right answer. Option D will be the right answer. Okay, yes, we'll go to our next question. Right, so we'll go to our next question, that is 100 joule of work is done in moving a charge of 100 coulomb from one terminal of battery to another. What is the potential difference? Again, almost same formula. V is equal to W by Q. Okay, so potential difference they asked. So work done they have given. Keep in your mind, work done means it will be in joules. So they have given 100 and our charge also, charge SI unit is coulomb. It will be in coulomb. So 10 they have given. 0 0 get cancel. We got 10 volts. SI unit of this is voltage is volts. So our option B will be the right answer. Correct, no? Option B, that is what 10 volts. So SI unit by mistake it has joules. Answer is 10 volts. Option B is a right option or right answer. Okay. Okay, question number 3. This alloy is used for making heating elements of electric appliances. 100%, that is nichrome. Sometimes we will pronounce nichrome also. It contains what? Nickel. Okay, chromium. Okay, you have learnt already about alloys. Okay, so nichrome is a right answer. Okay, we'll go to next question. Question number 4. The factors on which resistance of the conductor depends. 100%. Resistance of conductor is directly proportional to length. Resistance of conductor is inversely proportional to area of cross section. And it depends on temperature also. So option C, that is both A and B will be our accurate answer. Okay, option C. Okay, question number 5 we have which one of the below circuit is properly connected with the electric components? Very important question. This belongs to your Ohm's law. Okay, Ohm's law we have learnt already. Keep in your mind, battery we can connect wherever there is no specific condition, and resistor also wherever we can connect there is no condition. And what we have, plug key also no problem. Again you have to see that other than these, what we have is we have 2 more components. Okay, so one is ammeter. Keep in your mind, ammeter must be connected in series. Okay, and voltmeter, one more is voltmeter must be connected in parallel. Keep in your mind, right? And positive terminal of the battery, keep in your mind, positive terminal of the battery must be connected to positive terminal of ammeter. Same again, positive terminal of the battery must be connected to positive terminal of the voltmeter. These are the conditions. So we will see now what is the problem in this. Okay, yeah. So now we'll see we can observe that in picture figure number 1, voltmeter is connected in series, so it is wrong. Okay, then again voltmeter connected in series, this is also wrong. Okay, by mistake answer is marked as R. Don't keep that in your mind. So then the answer will be between this and this. So okay, we'll see negative, see positive terminal of the battery is connected to positive terminal of the voltmeter, no problem. Then again positive terminal of the battery connected to positive terminal of the ammeter. Okay, this may be right. Fourth option also we'll see now. Positive terminal of the battery connected to positive terminal of the voltmeter. Then again positive terminal of the battery is connected to negative terminal, so this is wrong. So our option what, Q option means Q figure, or option B is our right answer. I hope you got. Okay, right. Okay, we'll go to next question, that is what is the lowest resistance. Yeah, very important. Keep in your mind, whenever we will get lowest word in resistance, that is 100% parallel. 100% parallel, keep in your mind. Okay, if it is highest, then that is, you can consider that is as a series. Okay, series, right? Okay, now we'll see what is the lowest resistance that can be obtained by combining 4 coils of resistors of 4 ohm, 6 ohm, 2 ohm, 8 ohm. So we'll calculate 1 by Rp formula. We know 1 by Rp is equal to, okay, first resistance 1 by 4 plus 1 by 6 plus, okay, 1 minute, it is not possible here, so I'll write down. So what is that? 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by 4 plus 1 by 6 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 8. Okay, LCM we have to take. LCM 4, 6, 2, 8. So we'll start with the 2. Okay. Okay, yes. So LCM of what? 4. LCM of 4, 6, 2, 8. So I will take 2 2s are 2 3s are 2 1s are 2 4s are. Again 2 1s are 3 as usual, 1 as usual, 2 as usual. Multiply all this. 4 2 2s are 4, 4 3s are 12, 12 2s are 24. Our LCM is what? 24. Our LCM is 24. So we can write like this, 24. Okay. What we were having initially, we were having, and that was 1 by 4 plus 1 by 6 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 8. Okay, our LCM is 24. 4 6 are 6 4 are, in 4 table you have to find that. So 4 6 are 6 4s are 2 12s are, okay, then 8 3s are 6 1s are 6, 4 1s are 4, 12 1s are 12, 3 1s are 3. So add all these 6 plus 4 10, 10 and 13 13 15 25. Keep in your mind 25 by 24. Don't select directly 25 by 24 because this is the value of 1 by Rp. I want Rp. It means what? You have to reciprocate. 24 will go up and 25 will come. This is the right answer. Many kids will forget to reciprocate. That is the major error. So should reciprocate. This will be your final answer. Reciprocate in the sense numerator will become denominator, denominator will become numerator. Okay, right. So what is our answer? 24 by 25, option C. Option C is the right. Okay, next question. Question number 7. SI unit of resistance. SI unit of resistance. Okay, SI unit of resistance is what? 100% ohm. Okay, it is ohm. Ohm meter is the SI unit of what? Resistivity. resistivity. Okay, next, meter is length. Okay, and again here rho is a symbol. It is a symbol for resistivity. It is not a SI unit. Symbol for resistivity. Okay, yeah. So right. So we'll go to our next question. Question number 8 is calculate the equivalent resistance of the combination of three resistors 2 ohm, 3 ohm and 6 ohm joined in parallel. Again, so they have given that is in parallel. So formula 1 by Rp is equal to first resistance, that is 1 by 2, next 1 by 3, next 1 by 6. LCM you take 2, 3, 6. LCM you can take 2 ones are 3 as usual and 2 3s are. Multiply all these. 2 3s are 6, 6 3s are 18. 18 is our LCM. 2 9s are 3 6 are, so into 6, and 6 3s are 6 3s are. Multiply 9 1s are 9 plus 1 6 are 6 plus 1 3s are 3. So 9 plus 9 18. Okay, 18 by 18 cancel. You can, however, 1 by 1 you got. If you reciprocate, you will get again 1 only. So Rp is equal to 1 ohm. Our answer is what? 1 ohm. Option number 1. Option number A. A is a right answer. Next one, 1 ampere. Very important. 1 ampere. Question number 9. 1 ampere is equal to, we learnt that already. We learnt that rate of flow of charge. Okay, it means that is current. I is equal to Q by T. So if we these all physical quantities, if you are writing in their SI units, I can be written as ampere. This is charge. Charge can be written as coulomb. Time can be written as seconds. 1 ampere can be defined as 1 coulomb of charge is flowing in 1 second. So this is the right answer. So our option C is a right answer. Option C is a right answer for question number 9. Then we'll go the relationship between current and the voltage. Very important. Current and the voltage. We learned that potential difference is directly proportional to current at constant temperature. Ohm's law, keep in your mind. So to remove this, we should bring one constant, that is R. V is equal to IR. Now we have one shortcut like this, we can remember V I R. Okay, V is equal to IR. Okay, now they have given V is directly proportional to R. Okay, so statement see what they are telling, current and the voltage. Okay, so we have current and the voltage, both are directly proportional. Option D is our right answer. Option D is our right answer. Next, question number 11. Okay, which of the following statement is not true regarding electrical setup for the verification of Ohm's law? Very important, Ohm's law. Okay, first statement we'll see what they asked, which is not true. Okay, keep in your mind. The voltmeter is connected in parallel. 100% yes. First statement is yes. The ammeter is connected in series in circuit. 100% yes. Okay, in the Ohm's law setup, temperature can be vary. No, temperature must be constant in Ohm's law. Keep in your mind, temperature must be constant. So instead of going to fourth option, directly you can select C option as a right. So like this also you can do in your exam. Try to go to accurate answer. Instead of wasting for D option, directly select the proper answer, then go for next question. The total current in the circuit. They have question number 12. Keep in your mind one more very important thing is in series combination, voltage shares. Voltage shares. Okay, where is in parallel, current shares. Keep in your mind, current shares. Okay, current shares. So 100% we can see that This is a parallel combination. How to identify parallel combination? We'll be having roots, we'll be having diversion. See, single root, one root, second, third, three roots are there. If only one root, then they are considered as a series. Okay, right. So now, yeah, we can find total current, means I1, I2, I3 you can have all together. So first we'll try to find I1. Okay, so again from Ohm's law we learned that V I R, it means what? I can write I is equal to I1 is equal to, keep in your mind, I1 is equal to V by R1. V by R1. What is my V? V will be same. My R1 is what? You can take this is as a 5. Okay, then here 2's are, make it denominator 10, 100 like this. 5 2's are 10, then it is 6 2's are 12, it is 1.2. First one is 1.2, we'll write somewhere here 1.2 ampere. Okay, right. So yes, so next what we'll do, we got this answer 1.2 we got. Then similarly we'll go to next one, that is same, I2 is equal to V by R2. V will be same, our R2 is what? 10. Okay, can be written as 0.6 ampere. 0.6 ampere. Okay, next 0.6 ampere. We'll go next. I3 is equal to V by R3. Okay, next that is 6 by 30. It means 6 ones are 6 5s are 1 by 5 means 0.5. 0.5. Okay, right. Okay, you have to add those all, add these all. What you will get? Okay, what you will get? Right, after adding all, I hope you will get, calculate that, you will get SI units must be written, keep in your mind. So I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. 1.2 we got, I think 0.6 we got, then again 0.5 we are getting, 0.5. calculate that, calculate and let me know your answer in the comment box. Okay, next. Okay, then we'll go to question number 13. 1 kilowatt hour is equals to, 1 kilowatt hour is equals to what? Okay, 1 kilowatt hour. Okay, 1 kilowatt hour, what is the value? That is, this will get in power. Okay, in power you will get, calculate that. Option D is our right answer. Then question number 14. Okay, we'll go to question number 14. Alloys are used in heating devices because they have high melting point. They'll hold the current. They'll not melt easily. They'll not oxidize easily. They'll melt, they'll hold, and their high melting point helps them to hold the current, and they'll be having maximum resistance. So this due to this resistance only, they'll create more heat. So they'll be used in heating devices. Next, an electric iron of resistance 25 ohm takes current of 5 ampere. Calculate the heat developed in 30 seconds. We learned that H is equal to Joule's law of heating, I square RT. Okay, my I is what they have given, 5, that is 5 square into my R they have given 25, and time they have given 30 seconds. Okay, it is 25 into 25 and 30. 25 5s are 25 into 25, is it right? Okay, 5 5s are 25, 5 2s are 10, 12, then again 2 5s are 10, 2 2s are 4, 4 plus 1 is 5. We'll get 625 into 30. Okay, 625 into 30. 0, 5 3s are 15, 3 2s are 6 plus 1 7, 6 3s are 18. So answer is 18750 It is heat. Heat is in the form of energy, that is joules. Okay, so our option A is our right answer. Next question number 16. Which of these has highest resistance? Diamond. Okay, diamond. Silver, copper, aluminium, they are metals. Okay, diamond is a non-metal. 100% it is having what? Highest resistance. Non-metals, they are not insulators, they will not allow electricity only. Next one. If the diameter of a wire is half, means make it as a half, then its resistance becomes, keep in your mind. Now diameter of a copper wire. Okay, diameter of a copper wire, diameter in the sense it is area only. Okay, if I am making area half, okay, so then what? My length will become double, 2 times my length will become double. So we can use this information, then easily we can calculate our new resistance. We can calculate. You can have the formula, you can use this formula, and you'll come to know that whether the length or whether the resistance is 4 times increases, half, twice, or 1/4. Okay, I have given my answer. Let me know the answer of this question also in comment box. Okay, right, thanks for watching. In our next video we'll see the next lesson, that is magnetic effect of electric currents. Until that, take care, stay safe, and all the best for your exam, kids. Do well.